Welcome to day 189 of our Let's Grow annual challenge. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and today we are talking about the O in the SOAP framework. Our SOAP framework stands for story, options, action, and progress. And if you were to search that online, you'll get all kinds of different acronyms for the word SOAP, but this is the one that we developed and I've been using since 2020 and the pandemic, because I wanted to get up and make sure I kept going. And so I created a framework that would help me deal with all the craziness and all of the challenges that were coming down the road. Always had a way of dealing with things. We do. We always have a way and a process within us of dealing with things. But it was a time where I needed to analyze my process and ask myself, is that really effective, or do I need to try something else? And like millions and millions, actually billions of people, we all needed to figure stuff out and try something else, because so many things we counted on and we're used to were not available for an extended period of time. So today, O stands for options. And I say we want to brainstorm possible ways to begin filling the gap between our story, our current story, where we are right now, and where we want to be. I have done that. I've identified that I want to create an additional income stream for a project and a cause that I care very, very much about. And so what are the options to do that? Today, I will brainstorm at least 10. And I say 10 so that we get over the hump of thinking that there's only one or two options available to us in our life. So often we box ourselves into believing that we have to either do this or that, and those are the only two possibilities. But the truth is, infinite possibilities are swirling around our heads all the time. And so we don't want to limit it ourselves. And I found that through trial and error, by making myself come up with at least 10 things, usually at least one of them is something I can choose to act on right now. And so tomorrow we'll filter through and decide how to analyze those options and take action. But today, it's all about how do we want to come up with those options. In Guide 2 of the Let's Grow Annual Challenge private Facebook group page, of course, there is a write-up, and we're continuing through with Kylie's story and how she deals with this step and comes up with options. She actually decides to use a SWOT analysis. And there's SWOT analysis, there's brainstorming, just traditional brainstorming. I like to, as I go about my day, be thinking of the topic and thinking about different options, because they pop into my head at random times, and then I just jot them down. But I set it up in my book so that I've got 1 through 10. And before I go to bed at night, I make myself have at least 10 possible options. And then tomorrow we'll pick 3 of those and analyze 3 of those. But I'm also going to do it with strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So as something pops up to me today, is that a strength and something I can do? Is it a weakness? Is it an opportunity, or is it a threat? I tend to focus on strengths and opportunities, which means sometimes I ignore the biggest weaknesses and the biggest threats outside of myself, to my peril. And so once in a while, I like to look at different situations using the SWOT framework. If you're not familiar with that, again, in the Get Up and Go Challenge group page, there you can just search it in the side and you will get dozens of examples of SWOT analyses that we've done for different topics in different areas and aspects of our life. And I'm pretty positive there's probably one in there for options about financial. Don't guarantee it. It's several years I've been using and teaching the SOAP framework, as well as our growing process is new this year. But when you boil things down, a lot of times they're really the same. The basics are the basics. How we deal with change, how we do things is the same, no matter what type of change comes down the road or comes toward us. Personally, I think some of the biggest challenges are personal health challenges, because they're the ones that really test us the most. And nothing will stop you faster in your tracks than getting some kind of a diagnosis, or not getting a diagnosis, but experiencing symptoms and pain in different areas and aspects of our life. Right now, I've got a wonky eye thing going on. I might have mentioned it, I'm not sure, but I've been supposedly on couch potato status for like going on a month now. And if you know me, it makes me crazy. So what are we doing today? We are brainstorming. You can use a SWOT analysis. You can use a pros and cons. You can use a mind map. There's so many tools out there for helping us to brainstorm. And again, if you want different ways to brainstorm, just search brainstorm or brainstorming in either the Get Up and Go Challenge private Facebook group page or the Let's Grow Annual Challenge private Facebook group page, because there are examples in there. And guess what? If that doesn't work, just message me, ask me, Voxer me, and we'll make sure that you get your 10 with no problem. Because there's always, I can always come up with 10 because I know that there's literally infinite possibilities out there. I just have to be willing to open my eyes and see them. All right. That's all I got for you today. Go out, make it an awesome day. It's the last day of most of our holiday weekend. So that's why I'm so tired looking. Have an awesome day. And I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow. Bye.